Peninsula Petroleum, global bunkering with local knowledge.
As an investment professional, what is the attraction of the shipping business?
Well, we like the inherent volatility of the space. It's a cyclical industry, and anytime you have a cyclical industry combined with traditional levels of debt that are fairly high, you tend to have a lot of optionality in equity values, and that attracts us to the space.
Is your approach to investment opportunities evolving, and in particular, are you attracted by distressed situations?
We spend a lot of time in distress today, and I think part of that is due to the environment. I think bank financing is getting more and more difficult. I think there are fewer and fewer players from a commercial bank perspective looking at the segment, or banks that have the ability to make new loans. And I think equity players and mezzanine players are stepping up and looking at the space.
We've seen Delos involved in a few legal disputes. Have you been unlucky, or is it a sign of the times of the shipping industry?
Well, we've had a dispute with one of our charters on two vessels. We've seek to enforce our rights in those situations, and our responsibilities to our investors. We're going to do what we have to do to get what's owed to us, and we don't shy away from using the legal system if that's what it takes.
You're a relative newcomer to the shipping business. Where do you see Delos in a few years' time?
Well, I mean, we've been investing in the space since 2006. We started in dry bulk and containers. We moved on to chemical carriers and product tankers, and we see ourselves continuing to invest in both products and chemicals, and likely will make investments in gas in the future.
As an investor, what are the positives and negatives you look at when you run your eye over a shipping opportunity?
Well, right now, for us, the important metrics that we're looking at is we want segments that have positive demand attributes. We like for those segments to have low order books, and we'd like to find investments where we can be close to the cargo carriers, because we think having full utilization is a very important aspect to an investment.
Yeah. Delos is in the stainless steel chemical carrier business. How does this fit in with opportunities arising from shale gas?
The United States is becoming an exporter of chemicals, a net exporter of chemicals, because of the cheap shale gas that's produced primarily in the mid-con U.S. What's happening is along the Gulf Coast, as refinery capacity is being added, it's being added for export chemical capacity. Chemical tankers are well positioned to take advantage of that trend. We see the shale gas trend continuing for at least the next 10 or 15 years. And we see stem sizes growing, and we think it's a good way to play the gas segment in a bite size that's a little bit smaller than an LNG carrier.